you ever questioned the reality around you? Ever pondered the possibility of life beyond our planet? Today, we delve into the mysterious world of alien abductions. This isn't a topic for the faint-hearted. It's a blend of intrigue and uncertainty, a cocktail of otherworldly possibilities that has captivated humankind for generations. Alien abductions, despite their eerie undertones, have an undeniable allure. They've sparked curiosity, fear, skepticism, and even obsession. From whispered rumors to televised confessions, these stories have permeated our consciousness, coloring our perception of the cosmos. The phenomenon of alien abductions is as diverse as the individuals who recount their experiences. Some recall encounters with benevolent beings from distant star systems, while others recount chilling interactions with artificial biological entities, possibly manufactured by far more intelligent overseers. These narratives span from the terrifying to the enlightening, from the bizarre to the awe-inspiring. In recent years, the interest in this enigmatic phenomenon has surged. A rancher's tale of repeated abductions, the mysterious shutdown of nuclear weapon silos, and even the discovery of foreign objects in the bodies of alleged abductees have fueled the flames of curiosity. Not only do these stories capture the public's imagination, but they've also raised eyebrows in the corridors of power. From the halls of Congress to the offices of the Central Intelligence Agency, the quest for answers is gaining momentum. Today, we embark on a journey through time, exploring the evolution of alien abduction cases. From the earliest known encounter to the most recent, we'll traverse the annals of these extraordinary experiences. We'll delve into the accounts of the Greys, the Tall Whites, and the Nordic aliens, and the alleged roles they play in these enigmatic incidents. Embark with us on this thrilling exploration of the unknown. Brace yourself as we delve into one of the earliest known cases of alien abduction. The year is 1961. The protagonists of our story are Barney and Betty Hill, an ordinary couple on a night's drive home from Canada to New Hampshire. But what was supposed to be a routine trip turned into one of the most prominent UFO encounters in history. As the couple traveled, Betty noticed a strange light in the sky, a light that seemed to move erratically and grow bigger with each passing minute. Betty believed it was following them. As it passed over the moon in the distance, Betty got a better look. Betty Hill saw what she described as a wingless, cigar-shaped craft with a flashing row of red, amber, blue and green lights. With curiosity piqued and a sense of unease settling in, Barney had pulled over earlier and taken a .32 caliber pistol from his trunk. Later, Betty insisted they pull over and take a closer look. This was no ordinary aircraft. The unusual object began to descend. As it did, Barney was able to get a more detailed view of the craft with a set of binoculars. As he watched through his binoculars, he claimed to have seen up to 10 strange figures of human-like appearance staring at him, but somehow not human. He noticed what he thought to be the leader staring at him through large slanted eyes. He later recounted that he could somehow feel the intense concentration of the entity staring at him. This prompted the Hills to scramble back into their car and speed away with Barney hysterically and repeatedly yelling to Betty, "They're going to capture us." But here's where things get even more peculiar. As they sped away, they heard a strange beeping sound and their awareness began to dull. Moments later, they heard a second series of beeping sounds and began to somewhat reclaim their awareness. Though still quite hazy, they realized they were near Ashland, which was almost 35 miles from where they had witnessed the craft. They arrived home around 5 a.m., 2 hours later than expected, with no recollection of 2 hours of their journey. Their clothes were torn and dirty, and Betty found a strange pink powder on her dress. They felt contaminated, leading them to take long showers, and both their watches had stopped working and never did again. The Hills couldn't shake off their eerie experience, and in the days that followed, Betty began having vivid dreams about being taken aboard a spacecraft. She dreamt of encountering beings, not quite human, not quite alien, who performed medical examinations on her. Seeking answers, the Hills turned to Dr. Benjamin Simon, a psychiatrist and neurologist known for his work with hypnosis. Under hypnosis, both Betty and Barney separately recounted similar experiences of abduction and examination by extraterrestrial beings. Their accounts were so detailed and consistent that it left even Dr. Simon puzzled. Perhaps one of the most compelling pieces of evidence was a star map drawn by Betty under hypnosis. She claimed it was shown to her by the beings on the spacecraft. Years later, an amateur astronomer identified it as the Zeta Reticuli system, remarkably matching Betty's drawing. The Hills case opened the door to a world of possibilities, a world where we may not be alone. Their story, filled with unexplained phenomena and chilling details, set the stage for future abduction cases. It forced us to look up and question, what else or who else might be out there? Fast forward to the 2000s. Patrick McGuire, a respected rancher, claims to have experienced multiple alien abductions. McGuire's tale is as intriguing as it is chilling. Here was a man, widely respected in his community, suddenly thrust into the limelight, not for his ranching prowess, but for his unconventional beliefs. He spoke of encounters with beings from distant star systems, of abductions that left him in awe and fear. But instead of fascination, his claims were met with skepticism, even ridicule. His credibility, once unassailable, was now the subject of hushed conversations and sideways glances. But McGuire was not deterred. He continued to share his experiences, his voice a singular beacon in the swirling storm of disbelief. He spoke of artificial biological entities that were creations of far more intelligent overseers. His tales echoed those of other abductees, from the earliest known abduction cases to the most recent. As McGuire's story unfolded, so too did the discourse around UFOs and alien encounters. His claims, once dismissed as the ramblings of an eccentric rancher, began to gain traction. The stigma surrounding UFO sightings slowly started to wane. People began to question, to probe, to seek answers. And then the government got involved. Agencies like the CIA and the Department of Defense were tasked with investigating these phenomena. Congress demanded transparency, answers to the questions that had been whispered for decades. The narrative was changing. No longer were UFO sightings the stuff of science fiction and late-night talk shows. They were now the subject of serious investigation and discourse. McGuire's tale was no longer just a rancher's story. It was a catalyst, a turning point in how we perceive the unknown. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the courage it takes to share one's experiences despite societal disbelief and ridicule. McGuire's story serves as a poignant example of the challenges faced by those who dare to speak out. But it's not just individuals who have had encounters. Entire nuclear weapon silos in the US have had their systems shut down mysteriously. Imagine having the ability to bring the world's most dangerous weapons to a standstill. This is exactly what has been reported at numerous nuclear sites, creating a wave of intrigue and concern. In the mid-20th century, during the height of the Cold War, there were several incidents at missile launch facilities where control systems inexplicably malfunctioned. These weren't your everyday technical glitches. No, these were complete system shutdowns, with no apparent cause or explanation. The only common thread? Sightings of unidentified flying objects hovering ominously nearby in the moments leading up to the failures. Let's take a step back and think about the implications of such events. Nuclear weapons are a symbol of power, a deterrent against aggression. Yet these reports suggest that entities, presumably from far beyond our world, have the capability to neutralize this power. This doesn't just send chills down the spine of military strategists, but also raises fundamental questions about our place in the universe. Who are these entities? And more importantly, what are their intentions? Are they attempting to prevent a potential nuclear disaster, acting as some sort of cosmic peacekeepers? Or is this a demonstration of their technological superiority, a not-so-subtle reminder of our own vulnerabilities? While these questions continue to baffle us, the implications of these events extend beyond the realm of national security. They force us to reconsider our perceptions of power and control, and the role we play in the broader cosmic drama. If these entities can render our most potent weapons useless, what else are they capable of? These events suggest a technological prowess far beyond our understanding, raising questions about the intentions of these extraterrestrial entities. As we delve deeper into the enigma of alien abductions and UFO encounters, we're left grappling with more questions than answers. But perhaps, in the quest for understanding, we might just find ourselves standing on the brink of a new frontier in our understanding of the cosmos and our place within it. Alien abductions aren't confined to one type of extraterrestrial. Reports include encounters with the Greys, the Tall Whites, and the Nordics. These are not just random names or labels. They represent different categories of extraterrestrial beings, each with distinct characteristics and behaviors as reported by alleged abductees. Let's start with the Greys. They are often described as small beings with grey skin, large heads, and disproportionately big, black eyes. These are perhaps the most widely recognized aliens, thanks in part to their frequent depictions in popular culture. Then we have the Tall Whites. As their name implies, these beings are reported to be taller than the average human, with a slender build and pale, white skin. They are often described as being very human-like, but with an ethereal, almost angelic quality. Finally, we come to the Nordics, also known as Pleiadians. These beings are said to resemble humans of Northern European descent, with blonde hair and blue eyes. They are often associated with peace and spiritual enlightenment, and reports of encounters with them tend to be more benevolent in nature. But what if these extraterrestrial beings are not as they seem? Some theories suggest that these entities might not be biological creatures at all, but rather artificial beings created by far more intelligent overseers. These overseers, it is proposed, might be using these artificial biologicals as intermediaries for interacting with our world, conducting experiments, and perhaps even guiding our evolution. This theory raises even more questions. Who are these overseers? Where are they from? And what are their intentions? But perhaps the most pressing question is, why would they create such a diverse array of beings? Could it be to study our reactions to different forms of life? Or could there be some other reason that we can't yet comprehend? The diversity in these encounters adds another layer of complexity to the already perplexing phenomenon of alien abductions. The US government's role in this enigma is certainly intriguing. With the Congress now demanding answers, the veil of secrecy may soon be lifted. A significant shift has been occurring in the corridors of power. The US government, once known for its tight-lipped approach to the subject of UFOs and alien encounters, is now being pushed towards transparency. This change has been catalyzed by an increase in public interest, compelling Congress to demand answers from intelligence agencies. These agencies are now under a mandate to disclose all information they have on UFO sightings, a move that is bound to shake up our understanding of these phenomena. In December 2020, a bill was signed that demanded US intelligence agencies to disclose all their information on UFO sightings to Congress within 180 days. This landmark decision marked a turning point in the government's approach to the subject. But this isn't the only step towards openness. The Pentagon, too, has been confirming the authenticity of videos showing unidentified aerial phenomena, further fueling public curiosity and speculation. Simultaneously, the creation of the Space Force, a new branch of the US Armed Forces, has added a new dimension to this narrative. While its primary mission is to ensure US dominance in space, many wonder if its creation signifies a more proactive stance towards extraterrestrial encounters. But what does all this mean for our understanding of the phenomenon? The release of these documents and the push for transparency can potentially deepen the mystery surrounding extraterrestrial encounters. It may also allow us to better understand the scope of these encounters and the entities involved. However, it's important to remember that this is a complex puzzle with many pieces yet to be discovered. The government's role, while significant, is just one aspect of a much larger picture. The question of secrecy and deception is ever present where government agencies are involved. If history has taught us nothing else, those paying even the smallest iota of attention will understand that it is government agencies cannot be trusted in any way, shape, or form. As we venture further into the 21st century, the quest for answers only intensifies. Many abductees claim to have been left with more than just memories. Foreign bodies, or implants, have reportedly been found in several victims. These are not your everyday splinters or random pieces of debris. They are enigmatic objects, often of unknown material, found in places where no earthly object has any business being. Let's delve into the nature of these implants. They are typically small, metallic, and irregularly shaped. Some have been described as resembling twisted pieces of wire or shards of glass. Others bear an uncanny resemblance to advanced microtechnology. These implants are often discovered in the abductee's body years after their alleged encounter, usually lodged in the extremities or near major nerve clusters. Their purpose? That remains a mystery. Some theorize they could be tracking devices, a sort of extraterrestrial GPS. Others speculate they might be tools for monitoring the abductee's biological processes, perhaps even altering them in ways we can't comprehend. The scientific analysis of these objects has, unsurprisingly, yielded more questions than answers. Some implants, when examined, display properties that are not found in materials native to our planet. Certain cases have reported the presence of isotopes not naturally occurring on Earth. One of the most intriguing cases involved an implant that was found to emit radio signals. When the implant was removed, the signals ceased. This discovery has fueled speculation about the implant's potential communicative capabilities. Another notable case involved an implant that seemingly vanished during a surgical procedure to remove it. The surgeon, a seasoned professional, was left utterly baffled. Was this a case of advanced alien technology, or simply a surgical anomaly? The jury's still out. These physical remnants of alien encounters add a tangible dimension to the phenomenon, challenging skeptics and believers alike. As we continue to grapple with the enigma of alien abductions, these implants serve as a stark reminder that the truth might be stranger than we ever imagined. From the Hills encounter in 1961 to the most recent reports, the alien abduction phenomenon remains an unresolved enigma. This journey we've embarked on together has taken us through eerie ranchers' tales to the chilling accounts of nuclear silos silenced by unknown forces. We've explored the spectrum of extraterrestrial beings, from the mysterious greys to the enigmatic tall whites and Nordic aliens. Each story, each encounter, a piece of a puzzle that seems to expand as much as our universe. We've seen how the government's role has shifted from dismissive silence to a growing demand for transparency, fueled by public interest and perhaps a shared curiosity. The recent mandate for U.S. intelligence agencies to disclose all information on UFO sightings to Congress represents a significant turning point. Yet, the question remains, what will we uncover from these classified documents? What truths are waiting to be revealed? The abductee's mark, an aspect that's both fascinating and chilling, has led us to consider the possibility of foreign bodies found within those who claim to have been taken. These physical remnants, often unexplained, serve as tangible proof that something beyond our understanding is occurring. The phenomenon of alien abductions transcends cultural boundaries, time frames, and even our understanding of reality. It's a testament to the vastness of the universe and the potential for other intelligent life forms. As we've seen with the DMT experiences and their artificially intelligent entities, our perception of reality can be as diverse as the cosmos itself. As we continue our search for answers, one thing remains clear: the universe is vast, and perhaps we are not alone.